It all started during a regular, boring day in calculus class. It was a Friday, 7th period, and spring break was right around the corner. Everyone was antsy, staring at the clock, ready to head out for the week. Unlike my friends in other classes, we didn't have a test that day. Our laid-back teacher, who was always chill, decided to play some games with us on Sporkle. We were all in the middle of a brand logo quiz when the unexpected happened. My friend had just answered Adidas when the dean's voice cracked over the loudspeaker. He sounded terrified, telling the teachers that this was not a drill and to immediately lock down. The atmosphere changed instantly. Our usually relaxed teacher panicked, rushing to turn off the lights and guiding us to the back corner of the room. As we huddled together in silence, the usual hum of the classroom equipment stopped. They must have cut the power, and we realized this was real. Just a few minutes later, we heard yelling from the hallway, growing louder and closer. It was a man, screaming and banging on the lockers, shouting, "I'll kill all of you!" The whole class was frozen in fear. 2 girls started crying, making it worse. The banging reached our classroom door, and one of the girls screamed, "No!" The man banged harder, yelling, "Open up!" while the rest of us sat in complete terror. Eventually, he moved on, continuing down the hall, still screaming. After what felt like an eternity but was really about 10 minutes, the dean came back on the intercom. He explained that a disturbed man had entered the building and attacked the front desk staff. No one knew if he was armed, which only made everything worse. The school wasn't equipped with cameras back then, making situations like this possible. After a sweep of the hallways, the staff couldn't find him, so the dean told the teachers to lock their doors and keep everyone inside. What still haunts me is that a janitor later found the man hiding in a storage closet. According to rumors, he had a .44 Magnum sticking out of his pocket. The janitor must have startled him because by the time the police arrived, he was gone. To this day, none of us know what happened to that man. I can only hope he got the help he needed. My school had 2 lunch periods. The first was for the 6th graders and some 7th graders, while the second was for the rest. The lockdown happened during the first lunch period in October. It was rainy and gray, the kind of day that felt ominous. While I was eating, we heard 4 loud booms outside. I thought it was thunder at first, but the lunchroom erupted into chaos. Security rushed in, ordering everyone into the multi-purpose room. Kids who were buying lunch had to throw everything away and follow. The room had huge glass walls, but they quickly pulled the curtains and locked the doors. My friend Eric asked one of the adults what was happening. He came back saying that a mentally unstable man, threatening to kill the cops if evicted, had barricaded himself in his house nearby. Worse, the man had been wandering around the school earlier, watching the kids. We were stuck in the room for 2 entire periods until they cleared the situation. My friend Duke lived next to the guy and said that on Halloween she saw him cutting his arm and writing, "Don't come here or I'll kill you," on his window in blood. Everyone had thought it was just a Halloween decoration at the time, but now we knew the truth. I'm 22 now, fresh out of college, and working at my old high school as a computer intern in the basement. The basement's messy, but the office is nice, with desks, a flat screen, and air conditioning. I got the job thanks to my old computer teachers who loved me. It was going well up until a few weeks ago. Dave and Gary, my co-workers, were upstairs, leaving me alone when I got a call saying the school was on lockdown. They said someone possibly armed had entered the school. I turned off the lights and hid because our office didn't even have a door. I texted Dave and Gary, but they didn't respond. I sat in the dark, playing games on my phone, waiting for an update. After 20 minutes, the basement door creaked open, and I heard footsteps coming down the stairs. I hid under my desk as someone entered the office but didn't turn on the lights. My phone suddenly dinged and my heart stopped. Footsteps came closer and I panicked, diving out and begging the man not to hurt me. He pulled me up and said he was just hiding too. He asked about an exit, but when I checked my phone, I saw a message from Dave. It said a man in a red shirt and hat had shot Mr.